All right, so kickoff's just happened for anyone who's watching. If you want to watch along, kickoff has quite literally just happened. We're having a few technical issues, so we're just waiting for one more to come in. All right, you're getting that okay, Jeff?
Yep, fine.
You're live? Cool.
Yep. I want the Red Sis to win here. So I want Jay in this because I think this is going to be his first exposure to rugby league, isn't it? So
it is. All right, have you got the echo, Jay? Are you here?
Hello? No, I still got the damn echo.
Oh, darn.
That's all right. Well, welcome to footy anyway, Jay. Proper footy. None of that padded helmeted stuff. As we're going along, Jay, once you've got your audio sorted, mate, if you want to, any questions you have, mate, just fire away.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit because we are on a live stream here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, so I'm just excited because footy's back.
Yeah, of course, Jay's got an echo going on in his ear, though, so it's supposed to be.
It's okay. So, for those who have never watched a game of rugby league before, so you know, the Dragons are the perennial underachievers. I love them, but they absolutely frustrate the shit out of me. But that's the Dragons. And the Warriors, they're sort of expected to probably finish last this year, but why everyone likes the Warriors at the moment is because they've relocated from New Zealand and basically left their entire lives so they could come over and play the comp, so which is pretty cool.
Didn't they used to be the Auckland Warriors at one time?
Yeah, they still play out of Auckland, but they'll play the occasional game out of Wellington or something, but I think there was plans at one stage to put a second New Zealand team in, so
Hello?
Hey, how's that, Jay?
I just got an echo and it won't go away.
Oh, it must be an American thing. Yeah, they hit him high.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a penalty.
What I'm going to do?
Because it's like the same.
Are you guys still cool? Yep. Sorry, I'm just adjusting a few things because I notice as I'm watching the game, my head's like that, so everyone's seeing the side of my head. Whereas at least this way I can kind of had to adjust it on my side. So essentially, Jay, what's going on is there's 6 tackles.
We can't see the game anymore.
Yeah.
Hang on.
We can see ourselves on StreamYards at the moment.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. It's all right. It'll have to work it that way. So people just have to look at the side of my head. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone cares anyway. Raven, no, the Warriors are not who we want to win. The mighty Dragons. So what it is it's like 6 tackles. So instead of having in NFL they have to make the 10 yards and then they get to restart. This is just 6 tackles. So normally on the 5th tackle, there's the kick. So you want to get it down as far as you can.
Can you turn the stream down just a little bit? The video.
How's that?
That's better. I barely hear you because of the game.
That's all right. You probably don't want to listen to me anyway. But yeah, so the Dragons should win this game, but being the Dragons, anything could happen.
On paper,
Ravens asking if they should go if she should go for the guys in black, but unfortunately, there's no they're in blue today. So
Raven says we're going for the Warriors, right?
No, you were definitely not. No, I've made you both honorary Dragon supporters. I could do for you.
Yeah,
I just red and white. I appreciate you guys put the effort in. Shit.
Unfortunately, we can't stream the game live on YouTube because of copyright issues. So
yeah, there would be some issues.
Flagged pretty damn quick.
Yeah, it would. Well, yeah, you're not meant to, but oh, you fucking idiot!
Oh no!
Fuck.
That's a soft try.
Yeah, this is the kind of shit that the Dragons do. They just dumb shit like that. You know, the other, like the Warriors just went from one end of the field to the other, and then we knock it on. Although the refs, okay, so what's happened here is it goes upstairs to see if it's a try, which is like a touchdown. So hopefully it's not, but regardless, the Warriors will get the ball back.
Just Jade, if you knock it forward with your hands, that's a
try.
That's a try.
So if you fumble it backwards, that's okay. If you fumble it forwards, it's a knock on. The other side gets the ball, or there's a scrum. But we'll explain scrums later.
Hey, I'll be right back.
No worries.
So that's what I said to you on Twitter. I mean, obviously, I've watched quite a few Super League games, but as I said, even like the most mediocre NRL side's going to probably beat the best Super League teams.
Well, I can assure you that the Dragons are the most mediocre NRL side. So,
yeah, and they probably wallop like the Super League champions.
Yeah, well, I think we normally win the world. I don't think we've lost a World Club Challenge for about 10 years. So,
yeah, it was a few years in the sort of mid-90s or whatever when Wigan had a very good team and they were beating a lot of the Australian sides, but I think that was a long time ago. Yeah,
what used to happen though was the NRL season would finish, and the good Australian players would go and plant themselves at a stack of the English teams.
Yeah,
so it propped up like you had like the best of the best in the New South Wales or ARL back then. I say it's weird with the crowd sounds that they're piping in, but it works. Seems to work. It looks like Jay's done basically what I wanted to do, which was drop out as soon as the Warriors scored. Fun and games.
Early days yet, though.
Oh yeah, but I'm used to this with the Dragons. Unfortunately, they if there's anyone that perennially disappoints me, it's the bloody Dragons. Oh dear. Yeah, less than 10 minutes in.
Took that one a bit early. Oh no, not again.
See, Dufty, he's he had all the potential in the world, and he's one of two guys we can play at fullback, and I don't know why we keep persisting with him. To be honest, he's painful. The bloke who just had the ball then, Zach Lomax, he's who we should have as the fullback. Oh, come on. Something decent. Oh! Shit, I think that was off his head. That was square off his head.
Yeah. That's
what we call a falcon. Off, yeah, straight off.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. So who do you cheer for in the Super League then? Or do you have a team?
It's probably Wigan Warriors. But so I'm in the south of England. Most of the rugby league teams are in the north. So
yeah.
I mean, I think London's still got a team, but
yeah. I think they had I think it was the London Broncos.
Yeah.
But although there's the French and even the Canadians are in on it now. So
yeah,
the Toronto will, and I think New York's getting a team.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That'll sort of I don't know how America if they'll really get into it, but you never know.
I mean, rugby league used to be pretty big in France at one time, but they just seem to lose popularity there for some reason.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, at least we get the ball back there. I thought that was about to go against us. To my mate Steve as well, I'll send you the link. He's a Warriors supporter. He's a Kiwi. I'll send you the link so you can jump in as well, mate. We'll see if it
just so the other side can be fairly represented.
No, just so I can hang shit on him when the Dragons win. All right. There you go, Steve. You just need headphones and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, you'll have the game going. So, and we have lost Jay. I don't know where Jay is. He must still be trying to fix his audio issues.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, almost.
Is he through? Oh, he's still in.
Still got a couple of tackles there. So
here we go. Come on, boys. Oh, what a fucking waste! What a waste.
That was a bit predictable, wasn't it?
Well, they should have at least kicked. It's the last tackle.
Yeah.
Put it in the in goal and try and get. We can hear you.
Do I get an echo?
No. Oh yeah, a little bit, but
just slightly.
Yeah, I think we're all echoing, but I can live with it. That's right. All you've missed is the Dragons playing like a group of, I won't say what on the stream, but dickheads. Fucking useless.
Am I echoing now?
No.
See, I'm not echoing now either.
Oh,
something with my speakers.
No. Hold on. Just speak again, Jay.
No.
No, you didn't echo
at all, mate.
No, I'm echoing again. This is stupid.
Yeah, not sure.
What about now?
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
I don't fucking know.
Shit.
Oh.
Second time. Yeah, that'd be right.
got
So
a
we're the guys in the
feeling-
blue, right?
No, we're the guys in the red, unfortunately.
Oh, they're down.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I said we're
Hey.
down.
Oh, we are. Oh, hang on. Oh, God. So this is the 5th tackle, so they're probably going to kick at some point.
Oh no, they're going for the power play, aren't they?
Oh, there we go. Changeover. Okay, cool. Oh, so we didn't kick on the last, and they didn't kick on the last. That's weird. It's pretty rare to see no one kick on the last tackle. Like you'd be lucky to see it once a season, let alone twice in 5 minutes.
Mm.
Lissy said that she can't hear any echo on the stream. So
Yeah, Raven said the same thing. So it's on my end from somewhere, and I can't find out what.
So Jay's the problem. So there's no timeouts, no sort of getting into to work out plays. It's just you get up, you play the ball backwards, and it just keeps running.
Does this got the everybody huddle in the thing?
Kind of, yeah. The scrum,
Yeah,
it's
scrum.
they just kind of stand there. To be honest, they don't really do anything. It's scrums used to be a big thing in rugby league, but they just kind of don't do anything.
They're more part of rugby. They're more part of rugby union. They're more.
Yeah.
I think they're more important.
They tend to slow the game down a fair bit. So the scrums, they look cool, but actually, you know what? You're about to see one because the ball just got kicked out. So when the ball gets kicked out, there's a scrum, and you'll kind of laugh at how pathetic and lame it is, actually. But
Hey Jeff, can you mute in Zoom?
I'm not even in the audio in Zoom.
Huh.
I didn't even join the audio.
yeah, so that's a scrum. It is really weird with that that crowd sound. I don't mind it, but it's all right. Jeez, we just keep letting them get meters. Oh, forward.
I'm going to say that was questionable.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, they've just brought in a new rule. So the ruck here, if there's any infringements in it, instead of a penalty now, it's just 6 more tackles. So if you suddenly see the tackle count go backwards, brand new rule they've just brought in like this week.
Is that exclusive to NRL, or was that just Rugby League?
Yeah.
So why when they tackle him, do they lay on him for a minute before they get up?
Because they want to. So the defensive side have got to get back 10 meters. So they want to, as long as they can sort of keep them down before they get up to play the ball. Because if they play the ball too quick, all the defensive side, they haven't gotten back the 10 meters, they get penalised.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they are supposed to, theoretically, they're supposed to get off straight away or whatever, but
there's a little bit of an allowance. Plus, there might be a little bit of a palm in the face or, a thumb in the eye.
If you
they're not meant to do.
If you lay down on them too long, though, you're going to get a penalty against you. So,
actually, there was one bloke years ago, Hopewadi, his name was, and what he got caught doing on camera was, as they'd get up to play, he'd do the old finger up the backside. Oh. They caught him doing it on camera. He got suspended for about half a season or something for it. I couldn't imagine anyone trying to do that nowadays. But we've got the ball back in good position at least.
Yeah. It's just thing is, Jay, if you ever watch a game of rugby union, you'll see it's practically a different sport to this altogether.
Yeah.
Um,
you fall asleep watching rugby union. It's two stop start, whereas this is just it's a constantly flowing game.
Yeah.
So it's like, they'll stop for a few things. Like what you'll see here is fifth tackle. They're probably going to put it up real high and towards a corner.
Mm.
Or maybe not.
No,
come on.
No,
Okay.
He's not quite going to get there, is he?
No, he's a good footballer. That's Zach Lomax. He's pretty young bloke, but he's one of those guys who he should have a good career.
Mm.
I know Lissy Lou quite likes Zach Lomax. And it's not for his football ability, I don't think.
Mm.
We're not even defending properly. We're letting them make all these meters. We're just standing back waiting for them.
Yeah.
Then letting them run through.
Raven just said a lot of them just standing around.
Yep. Well, you can't tackle anyone without the ball. So that's probably so in NFL, everyone's defending, whereas here it's you can't tackle someone who doesn't have the ball.
Mm.
Yeah, but you can't like block them or nothing.
You can't do blocking and stuff like that in this game, no.
No. You can't infringe anyone at all.
Mm.
Which speeds the game right up, because otherwise all that would happen is one bloke would run around one person, and because it's such a quick play the ball, it just wouldn't work. The bloke who just got tackled there, James Graham, I think he's the English captain.
I think so, yeah. Name's familiar.
Yeah. Go, 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 go!
So you do get a few you do get a few English players in the NRL, then, but probably not many.
Yeah. Well, we had Gareth Widdop playing. He was our captain last year, and he's he's English as well.
Yeah. So I can't remember who he played for, but back in the 90s, I think Dennis Betts went and played in Australia. He was one of the few English players.
Yeah.
I forget who he played for though.
I think he might have played for the Tigers.
Mm.
I know Martin Offia, he came out, he played a few seasons.
Mm.
But it'd normally just be the English season would finish, because the seasons never used to run parallel.
Mm.
But then Super League happened.
Yeah, because that split the Australian teams for about a year, didn't it? Because we
had one year with two comps running. So and then like a stack of like my team. So I go for the St George Illawarra Dragons. It used to be the St George Dragons and the Illawarra Steelers, but they had to merge. So.
But I'm trying to remember the teams that broke to the Super League. I'm pretty sure it was Brisbane, Cronulla.
Brisbane, Cronulla, Bulldogs, Penrith, Warriors. They went. North Queensland, Perth when they had a team, Adelaide when they had a team.
There was a team called Hunter.
The Hunter Mariners, yeah.
So let me get this straight. They've got to go 6. They got 6 plays to make it down the entire field.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's 13 each side. But where it's different and where it's they can make them more meters is because basically they're tackled and they're straight up. And also when they kick, the attacking team can get the ball back.
So like kind of like a football's onside punt.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. And the ball can't be thrown forward. It's always got to go back, but it can be thrown through as many sets of hands as you want.
Yeah, I've seen it. They bounce it back and back and back. Oh, what happened?
Okay, so that's a penalty for offside. So they didn't get back to 10 metres. I don't understand that
getting back
Okay.
10 meters. Oh, the
Okay.
defensive
The
got to
defensive
back up
10.
10.
So, yep. So what happens is you tackle them. You've got to be back 10 meters when they play the ball. Otherwise, you're offside.
Okay.
Which, if you're still, so long as you don't get involved in the play, that's okay. But if you then go and tackle them, then yeah.
I love the
Oh, that's weird.
the cardboard cutouts of people in the stands is funny.
Yeah.
They just need one of me just doing that, just so it's realistic for a Dragons game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't see it because they're zooming in so close at the moment because they don't want to show the empty crowds. But okay, I've just got a text message saying that there's power outages in my area. So if everything drops out, you know why.
Is it raining?
No,
huh.
It's weird actually. It's
there he goes.
No.
So is that 6 points?
It's 4 points.
4, but then they get the kick for 2.
Yeah. What's different about this as well, you notice, Jay? Like in American football where you get the extra point, which is directly in front of goal. With this, it depends on sort of where the kick's taken. Depends very much where they went across the try line on.
Okay.
So where he's put it down there, it's got to be in line with that so it'll be kicked on an angle. So it's probably about halfway between the sideline there. And they don't run at him. It's just one bloke gets it, lines it up, kicks it. If he gets it, he gets it. If he doesn't, yeah. I hate the Dragons. I seriously hate them.
I think one of the things that really hurt what really killed it for a lot of the like British Rugby League teams. So it's when Rugby Union went professional. Then there seemed to be just more money going into Rugby Union because it's more popular in the UK than Rugby League. So
yeah.
So I think it really killed Rugby League in the UK.
Yeah, mind you, I think when but then Super League happened not long after, so I think that sort of pumped some money back into it, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't last though. But like, I mean, if you look at a lot of those like players that won the Rugby Union World Cup for England in 2003, a lot of their stars were ex like Super League players, people like Jason Robinson and that, you know.
I think he was an Aussie, wasn't he, Jason Robinson?
No, he's English. He played for Wigan.
Long ass way to kick a ball.
Yep, but they get it.
Yeah.
So the way the scoring works in the game, so it's 4 points for a try, 2 points for a conversion, which is if you get a penalty, you've got the choice. You can either tap the ball to play on, or you can kick for the 2 points. So same as like a goal, basically from wherever it is.
Yes.
Or there's what's called a field goal, which is like a drop kick, which you can do from anywhere for 1 point. But that only ever sort of really happens if it's the end of the game and it's close. And you see the shootout.
You see a lot more drop goals in Rugby Union because it's worth like 3 points in Rugby Union. So it's not used so much in Rugby League. Yeah,
it's a little bit, but not to the same thing. Not to the same level, that's for sure. So I sent my mate a message because I did send him the link. My mate who's the Warriors supporter. Unless you're watching, mate. If you're watching, Steve, jump in. All right, see what happens.
So the Dragons can pull one back before half time.
It'd be nice, yeah. So it's 40 minutes per half. We'll see what the Dragons can do. They do tend to come back a bit. They either have a good first half or a good second half. So they're 40-minute wonders.
So the guy that gets tackled can't get back up and run?
No. He's got to play the ball backwards.
Yeah.
And the guy behind him, so the number 9, that's what's called the hooker. and they kind of direct where the ball goes. So you've got the hooker, and then you've got the halfback and the 5'8". They sort of control the game. It's like three quarterbacks almost.
Even the terminology is different in Australia. So they tend to call it dummy half in the UK. It's
still the dummy half as well. It's actually the dummy, but it's always the hooker who gets to dummy half.
Yeah,
it's always the number 9.
Yeah.
Although I think in the UK they wear any number on their back, don't they?
I think so nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in this, there's they wear numbers based on their position. So the number 1's the fullback, 2 and 5 are the wingers, 3 and 4 are the centres, 6, 7 your 5'8" and your halfback, and then you got your forwards.
So I know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was going to say that.
Oh, smacked his mate.
Yeah, you're not allowed to hit. You're not allowed to hit over sort of shoulder.
Yeah.
Mind you,
but anything above the shoulders, that's a penalty.
I know that's technically the same in American football, but I see they seem to get a lot more bloody headshots than that.
Yeah.
Well, they wear helmets. That's why.
Yeah.
There's no urgency from the Dragons.
I'm back in a sec, Chris. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea.
No worries. Incidentally, Lissy, if you're watching, if you could grab me a beer, I really freaking need a beer at the moment.
All right, why did he kick that offside?
Okay, so because it was the last tackle. What they've done is they've just kicked it into touch so they can. So it's basically a scrum. So it slows the play down. Otherwise, we just get the ball and run. So if they don't think that they don't have their sort of defense ready, they can just kick it out, and then it just slows the game down a second.
Kind of like they do in football.
Yeah.
That stops the clock.
Yeah. Although for some reason, what? We should get the ball here. I don't know what happened there. Must have come off one of us. Oh, shit.
Oh, got juked. Oh.
Yeah, juke. Yeah, I haven't heard that for a while. You'll see a bit of that, actually. It's been a bit of a bland game so far, actually. It hasn't been the best.
He can't have anybody help him out?
To push him over the line?
Yeah.
Kind of, but if once you're held, you're held. Like if they kept pushing him that close to the line, what would actually happen is it'd be a penalty because they played after the play should have stopped. Ooh. Oh, and the other thing is getting over the line isn't enough. You've actually got to get the ball down as well. Thank you.
So it's just
the Dragons are shit.
It's a shit game.
Freaking Dragons. Lizzie's just walked in. She agrees with me. The Dragons are shit.
So
she walked in, gave me the beer, and said, "You'll need that." I was like, "Yeah."
Right.
Yeah, I can't hear what's going on in the game. I had to shut that audio off, and now I don't have any echo. So there's something about running two of them at the same time was giving me an echo.
That's weird.
So I can watch it. I can't hear anything, which is okay because I don't understand a damn thing what's going on. So
you're probably better hearing from us than them anyway. Okay, so because he didn't get over he didn't get it down.
Right.
They take the ball back 10 meters, and it's just the play continues. So it's now tackle 4.
It looked like he made it across to me.
Oh yeah, but he didn't. You've got to ground the ball. If you get over the line, that's fine. But you've actually got to put the ball on the ground over the line.
Oh, it's got to go down over the line.
Yeah, it's got to be grounded. Yeah.
Oh.
So, which is really interesting because you'll see some pretty cool tries in the corner with some insane acrobatics in some games. This has been a real dull game. Actually, it's probably the worst one to introduce you with. Oh yeah.
See, like that, he's got 3 guys on him, but the other guy was just standing behind him.
Yeah, because he's waiting for the play. Yeah.
I mean, they were holding him on a bit long there. But
yeah. Oh, definitely.
The referee didn't.
Lucky it wasn't a. Yeah, it probably should have been, but.
So I want to see more of them throwing it out wide a bit, you know.
Yeah. I'll see where they put the ball. That's a useless kick.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to tackle in the air as well. That's the other thing. So if someone's jumped to catch a ball, you can't tackle them.
You have to wait till he puts his feet on the ground.
Yeah. Or if you're the Dragons, you just don't tackle them anyway. They're shit.
Now, where's the Dragons out of?
Or where are they from?
Yeah.
So St George Illawarra. So the St George district, it's southeast Sydney, and Illawarra, that's about an hour south of Sydney. That's where I'm from. So, but I grew up.
Where are the Warriors from?
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play out of Auckland. So what happens? A lot of Australian our leagues will have a team or two from New Zealand in it because it's they're virtually a state anyway. So bit like Canada and the US, I guess, but probably New Zealand's probably closer to us than Canada is to you guys.
Oh, you mean culturally wise?
Yeah, sort of like that whole we do a lot of stuff together. New Zealand was originally meant to be a state of Australia, but they didn't end up joining into federation with us because the New Zealand government was worried that the Australian states were a bit too racist towards the Indigenous population, and they were worried what would happen to the Maori population, so they just stayed out of it.
I think probably had good reason to think that, I'd have thought, but
back then, back then, definitely. It's we didn't have the greatest record for Indigenous people back then. It's better now, but it's not great, but it's better. Oh, okay. Normally there'd be someone who'd just throw the ball back to him and he's just like, nah, stuff that.
Nah.
Dave and Lizzie said this is a very meh game today.
It is actually. It's been a real.
It's not.
Neither team are doing. There's another game on in a few hours, which is Canberra versus Melbourne, which they're two real gun teams. That's probably the one to watch. But that will be a good game. That'll be a ripper of a game. But this is like watching. I don't know, the Cleveland Browns versus the Miami Dolphins, I guess. I think, I don't know, they both went pretty bad this year, didn't they?
I don't know. I didn't really get to pay it that much attention this year.
I know the Patriots didn't win, so.
See,
no good for
Jacksonville, man. Jacksonville.
The Jags?
Yeah.
You're a Vikings fan, aren't you?
No. Jacksonville.
That's, Chris Mallard.
I know you're a Jags fan.
Mallard is the Vikings fan.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I'd have thought he'd be a Cowboys fan or something because he's a.
I even got my Jaguar man cave.
Okay. Actually, Jacksonville, funnily enough, has a rugby league team.
Do they?
Yeah, the Jacksonville Axemen.
Huh.
They're probably the best known American rugby league team. Not that that's saying a lot. That just means that a couple of people have heard of them. They've got a Facebook page, but oh, come on.
Come on, they're up. Come on.
Oh, yeah, 6 more, cool. So that was okay, so what happened there? Because he held on too long, they restart the tackle count. Not that it really matters from that position, but it'll give us another 2 tackles at least. Hopefully we can score a try before halftime, and then I won't have to swear as much at the game.
So you didn't have to tackle you. You just got to make it so you stop momentum.
Yeah, well, if you hold them and stop their momentum so they're not going any further, that will, because otherwise all that happen is someone would just stand there and hug them, never tackle them, and the game that'd be the end of the game. So
no, another set restart.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
How the hell did
An opportunity here?
Because they if they hold on too long when they take, you know how they're holding them down.
Yeah.
If they hold them down too long or they infringe in that, then it's
Get him, that.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Penalty.
That was a penalty for interference, so they've knocked the ball out.
So
Here we go. I can hear Melissa screaming in the other room, going, "Come on!" I think she's a few seconds ahead of me too. So, come on, get over, boys!
Oh,
what?
I heard her.
I can tell her to be quiet. So I know the Dragons are about to go in. I know. No, that's what she was yelling at. She was cursing. No. Okay.
I blew that.
Hey, Joan, good to see you there in the chat. Make sure you come along tonight for the roast of Ken Ham, Joan, if you're there. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's later, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, you're coming along for that, aren't you, Jeff? You'll be there for that.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm coming along for that.
I haven't watched any of the content people have sent me through, but it should be a bit of fun.
Mm.
All right, catch it here. Come on. All right.
I caught it. Where you going?
That's the way to do it.
I love it.
People watching the game from the highway.
Oh, shit, I'd probably be doing the same if I could.
Oh,
here we go.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Oh.
You got a couple of minutes to half time.
Yeah. Oh, that's forward. No, maybe not.
Oh no, they pulled it up. It's looks level.
Go with it. All right. Well, at least see. All of a sudden now the Dragons have decided they want to start playing footy.
Yeah.
Gives me hope for the second for the.
Too far.
You wanted that to be honest, but Lucy's just put in the chat. Sorry, I'll be quiet. You know what? That's exactly what every bloke wants to hear their wife say. Oh dear. That's all fun. Okay, hang on. I think I just found the echo.
Yeah.
Are you still getting it?
Hang on, I'll tell you in just a second. Hello? No. Yep, I still got it.
Oh, you got it. Ah, damn. Okay. I thought I might have fixed it.
No.
I just realised that this is streaming to Facebook, and I had Facebook open in another browser. Okay. Right. So they just had a shot at field goal.
That was a pretty bad attempt at a drop goal, to be fair.
It was woeful, actually.
What's the concussions like in the sport?
Yeah, we get them. They've got a rule called the HIA, and what that is if you're suspected of a concussion, you've got to go off for 10 minutes, and they assess you and do all that kind of stuff.
That's half time.
All right.
You want a better second half from the Dragons in the second half, then?
Well, it couldn't be much worse. But, anyway, that's so there you go. There's your first half of probably one of the worst games of rugby league you'll ever see.
I'm saying
if you're enjoying,
so far, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be either. It's it'll get better. It'll get better. I'm hoping it will, at least anyway. So that's all right. I'm just going to jump out for 2 seconds, just while it's half time. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'll probably have a cigarette in it anyway. So
yep,
you hold the fort down, Scammer.
Yeah, I'll do. So just say to anyone in the live chat there who's not watching this game, you ain't missing much. It's not been great. It's not been great at all. But yeah, it's so we have got rugby league in the UK, but it's far more popular in Australia, and the Australians are just so much better at it than everyone else. So at the moment, I'm just getting Aussie commercials in silence. So yes, so it's still quite early in the morning where I am. It's just come up to 7 o'clock now, been 10 minutes or so. So
all right. I'd say what did I miss, but I had the headphones on, so I could hear the whole time.
You've missed commercials, basically, me saying that this has not been a great game, and those who are just watching the live stream, they're not really missing much by not watching the game.
No, it's been a woeful game. It's
Yeah,
look, if I had to pick one of the games that if I really wanted to get people in on rugby league, I probably would have picked the Raiders, like the Canberra versus Melbourne game tonight. But the only problem is that probably will cut into the roast stream, and I'd rather watch the Dragons. I was hoping that might be the year that they'll come back. And anyway, it's the Dragons. What can you?
This half time, it's able to play for you. It's a couple of scores, and get back.
Oh, look, there's always one half where I'm cursing the Dragons, and one half where I'm starting to say, "Oh, this is our year. We're going to win the comp. We can't lose." And I have a feeling that this might be. We're coming into the second half's going to be where I start to get my hope back, and I start to really get into it, because technically this is round 3. So in the first 2 rounds, we were leading in both games, and we lost right at the end. So we lost 2 close games, but we just kind of fell apart and choked. Whereas this game, we've started off by falling apart and choking. So I'm hoping we have the comeback at least. So, but I mean, the Warriors are quite literally the team everyone's expecting to come last. Anyway.
So how far into
the way it looks like the Dragons are going to be when they come last.
Yeah, it's looking like they probably will if they keep playing like this, but hopefully we'll see what happens.
Right, I'm just going to step out for a couple of minutes.
No worries. I don't know about you, Jay, but I'm getting tagged in that much crap today on Twitter.
Oh, dude. I got a message. Steve Block Randolph.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that, but I don't know. They all just take it too far.
All the time.
Seriously. Oh, it's just. Anyway. What can you do? Anyway, it's that's the Dragons. That's the Dragons. Hopefully the second half they all come and they start to sort of lift it up a bit, and because it's obviously it's a different game to NFL, but there's a lot of similarities. Like there's a lot of things that you'll see that will probably feel familiar, but then there's a lot of those differences that have developed over the I think about 100 years since the game split, because NFL originally came from rugby, yeah.
I don't know. I think it was maybe possibly. I know 1922, 26.
Oh, is that all?
Something like
that.
that.
I thought it was older. Okay, yeah. Well, it definitely would derive from rugby then, because Rugby League started in Australia in 1908. So, and then rugby union, I think, is 1870s. Is when someone decided to pick up the soccer ball and run.
September 26, 1920.
Oh, there you go. Well, it would have had to have been an offshoot of rugby union, actually.
Let's see.
Let's have a look. Well, that's the original. But they might have been playing it before that. So, 1892.
Yep, that was November 12th.
Yep. So it looks as though.
Yep, stems from two sports, soccer and rugby.
Yep.
How long is halftime?
Normally 10 minutes. But yeah, that's our coach there, Paul McGregor. He's actually a really nice bloke. If I was him, I'd probably be yelling a lot more. But anyway, we'll see what they come at. Obviously, someone's talking and having a word to them. We'll see if they come out and decide to play footy or not. It'd be nice. So
that room's got to stink.
Oh, it's not going to be fun. And I think it's because where they're playing out of Gosford, which Gosford's like about an hour north of Sydney, but it's not a huge town. It's they don't have their own team or anything like that. So I think it's one of those. It's probably a fairly basic sort of stadium, like a decent stadium, but a basic sort of like 20,000 seat sort of stadium. So, but it's sort of not set up for the teams normally. So.
Still half time.
Yeah, it's getting closer to the end.
Yeah.
They're all sitting around talking about how shit the Dragons are on the.
Yeah.
It's they're basically saying that the Dragons have been playing okay, but can't defend, and they're making silly mistakes, which is the story of the Dragons, unfortunately. So they're a frustrating team. It's to give you an idea, we've got international players in the team. You know, we've got like representative players, like state of origin, which is like all stars. We've got a few of them, and like guys from key positions as well. You know, we've got the English captain in our team. We've got the Australian halfback. We've got
seeing as England always get walloped by Australia in this sport, though, it's probably not saying a lot.
No, well, that's probably a good. Yeah, that's probably fair. But mind you, the English team's been getting better.
Yeah,
it's but yeah, we're one of those teams where we should be doing a hell of a lot better than we are.
So we used to do a little bit better against Australia when we used to play as Great Britain, but When they sort of started playing as England, Wales, Scotland, and so on. It's obviously
Art's in the chat. Art's he's from similar sort of area to me. Not exactly the same spot, but he's so I would imagine Art would be a Dragons fan. So he's probably frustrated. He just wrote Dragons not going well. That is an understatement. They're playing like a bunch of busted.
And I'm going to say this game has not exactly been a spectacle to introduce Jay to this at all either.
No. This is if you even have any inkling of this is okay after this game, you're going to love a decent game. Like this is It's the sad thing is because the games that have been played this weekend have been decent games. Like they've been fast, sort of hard hitting, plenty of attack, and this has just kind of been, I don't know, neither team's playing that great. So
I'll just say to Jay's benefit, the reason you've got like two vastly different kinds of rugby union and rugby league is like a lot of these games, rugby was started in the upper class English schools. Then obviously, then sort of more working class people started to play, a bit like sort of soccer and cricket to a degree as well. But these upper class people who ran the game did not like was professional. They didn't like people playing for money. Whereas working class teams were like, well, we can't really get any better when we work like 14 hours a day in a blooming factory and we don't have time to practice. And these men
and insurances came into it as well. There was the rugby union players weren't insured, which was fine if you're upper class and if you got hurt, well, it didn't matter. But if you were working class and you got hurt and you couldn't go to work, well, then you weren't feeding your family back in those days. So that's that was part of the reason that it sort of went the way it is. But now it's kind of
But they kind of like they lost. The sort of upper class, they lost the battle in sort of soccer or whatever, and had to accept professionalism. Rugby, they absolutely were refusing. So all the northern teams broke off and formed what was initially called the Northern Union, but it became the Rugby Football League, and they introduced their own set of rules, which is why if you ever watch the two games, they're very different in the way they're played.
Incidentally, an ad's just come on for that UFC, that Amanda Nunes. Far out. She can fight.
She's awesome.
She's just amazing to watch.
She's a beast. I don't know who this other girl is. It says Invicta champion, so Spencer, never heard of her.
They can't. There's no one that's even close to like Nunes' level in the featherweight division. So they've got to. They've basically just got to get in anyone they can. So not featherweight. Is it featherweight? She's got the two titles. I think she's the welterweight.
I think she's 115 and 125.
Yeah.
No. I think she's 125, 135.
Is it 25, 35?
Yeah. There's the 115 champion is the Chinese.
The one that just beat Jane Dresden.
Yeah, just beat Joanna, but in probably the best fight
I've seen the highlights from it. That was whew.
Oh, it was amazing. It was just it was quite possibly the best fight I've seen in UFC actually.
So I think one of UFC's biggest pay-per-view draws was Ronda Rousey back in the day.
Oh hell yeah! Well, I was there in Melbourne when she lost. We flew down to see her fight Holly Holm.
Oh, did you?
We went in there
around the world.
I remember saying to Lissy, just going, it'll be a first round. She'll win the first round, but that's cool. We were happy to watch her win in 20 seconds. It was because it was a spectacle, and we're going to see Ronda Rousey. And then she gets knocked out, and the entire crowd's just like, "Hang on, what just happened?"
I think her myth of her invincibility absolutely got shattered in that fight, didn't it?
Well, that was the big thing with Rousey. You punch her in the face, she loses all composure. Misha Tate proved that more than once.
Yeah.
You hit her in the face.
Misha could never finish the job, though.
Yeah, she couldn't finish the job, but she could throw her off her game for,
But the problem is Rousey went out and she wanted to become a boxer and wanted to go and box against people who are like Holly Holm is like a kickboxing world champion.
Yeah, she's also a boxing champion.
Yeah.
Too,
With people like that, you go out and you basically armbar.
Right.
All she had to do was get them on the ground, armbar.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And she spent a year doing professional wrestling and sort of went off in a sulk after that as well. So
yeah, because people booed her. I mean, it's Becky Lynch was ridiculously popular, so it's look. Everyone jumped on the Becky Lynch bandwagon. Like Becky's awesome. It just happened that Ronda was in a way. So
I love the man.
Oh yeah. Well, she's gone for a few years now.
Yeah, I know. They said they don't expect her back for at least 3 years. Yeah.
She'll show up at a Royal Rumble out of nowhere and be a surprise entrant and win the thing. I actually would have liked. It's a shame that Rousey just kind of cracked the shits because she got booed, because she could have. She just got put in the bad position.
Mm-hmm.
All right, finally, that was a good catch and run. Let's see what we can do with the ball here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
mind you, I do remember one of the best jokes I heard when all this sort of lockdown went on, and like professional wrestling was going in front of empty crowds. I'm pretty sure it was that guy Jim Cornette, who's quite outspoken figure in professional wrestling. He said, it's probably all right for TNA wrestling because they've been wrestling in front of empty crowds for years now.
Incidentally, Art, if you want to jump into the stream with us, mate, by all means, just let me know, and you're more than welcome. Oh, hang on, what's happened here? We got a penalty.
What?
So what they're saying is, after he's kicked it, they've gone and tackled him. I think they'll show a replay here. So he kicks it, and then you can't do that. You can't do that.
Late tackle.
Can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's
so we could either
roughing the kicker.
That's the one, roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
So here we could either tap the ball and play a set of 6, or we could have a shot at goal for 2 points. But because we're 12 points behind, we'll run it, obviously, because we want to score 6 rather than 2.
Yeah. Yes, if they were only like. If it was sort of level.
An idiot. Fucking idiot. Seriously. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's like school stuff.
They dropped the ball.
So if you drop the ball, it doesn't matter if you grab it back?
He's lost.
He dropped it, but he pulled it back.
Yeah, but he lost it. If you lose it
forward.
What
he was trying to do, though, he was trying to stretch out of his arm to see if he could get over the line.
He wasn't even close.
Yeah.
So even though he grabbed the ball back, it's still the other teams?
Yeah, because that's what's called a knock-on. So if you lose the ball in the tackle, or if you drop it forward, then the other team gets the scrum happens, but no team ever loses a scrum. Like that's the scrum. It's basically
I got to say, scrums in rugby union do look, because it's a big part of the game. They do look a lot more blooming brutal going in.
The problem is though, they slow the game right down in rugby union.
Yeah.
So it's the Dragons. I'll tell you what, the Dragons are the entire reason that I drink. They're just, So like it's coming to the 5th tackle, and they've run 70 meters to, so they'll be putting the pressure on us here. Even if we get the ball, it's 100 meters. So that we've got it, and then he just falls over.
I got to say, I doubt I'm making a fan of Jay yet.
No, that's all right. Well, we've got AFL starts in 2 weeks, so we're going to do the same thing again for AFL, and I'll get you in on that one, because have you ever watched AFL, Skeller?
I used to. not a full. I've never watched a full game. They used to show like highlight shows on Channel 4 back in the day, but I roughly know the rules to it. But
yeah, AFL is a game that it's something completely on its own. But anyone who watches it likes it. It's a game that you can't, not even a shit game, you're going to enjoy because there's always something happening. It's constant.
What is it?
How would I describe it?
Football.
Australian rules, yeah. It's there's no game like it. It's a variation of football, but it's almost like if you mix football and soccer.
Huh.
So there's a lot of kicking. You score by if you kick the ball between the posts, you score, sort of thing. But in between, it's like tackling and a bit of keepy off and all that kind of stuff. But brilliant game.
I think the only game that's I can think in the world that's anything near to it is Gaelic football, but that's not very well known sport. So,
now, well, they play. They actually once a year or every now and then they'll. Oh shit! That'll be a penalty. That's a penalty.
How's that a penalty?
Because he coat hanged him.
I didn't see him grab him.
He was tackled in the air.
Oh, I see. I didn't see him grab him. I just seen two guys jump up in the air.
It's a
that's a bad place to give a penalty away as well.
That's the worst. So what they'll do here is because they're 12 points up, they'll take the kick. So they'll just make it 14-0.
See I didn't see where he tackled him. They both jumped up and see they're both in the air. Comes down.
Yeah. I think after he knew he hadn't got the ball, that's when he's done it. He's going down. One probably could have gone either way, but. Yeah, well, the commentators are saying it was a tough call.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have called that. That didn't look like it was. It was an intentional thing.
That looks a bit of a 50-50.
Intent doesn't come into it.
Yeah.
So what it is here, instead of tapping the ball, he's going to take the shot at goal and he'll put this over for 2 points. They never miss from in front.
Well, not when you're 5 feet away. Of course not.
No. He's probably booted that back from about onto the highway. But they did. They're actually saying he kicked it out on the highway. So you'd be driving past, all of a sudden a ball hits you at 110k an hour. Oh shit!
Oh, he just came down a bit funny on his.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he's our key playmaker. Maybe like the Patriots losing Tom Brady, if Tom Brady dropped the ball all the time. They're killing me. He's
joined the Bucks now, isn't he, Brady?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's
now he's Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's been the.
That was a decent. Okay, all right. Here we go. All of a sudden, yeah. All right. Now they're starting to whack him.
What's with the long coach?
It's winter in Australia, I think.
Yeah, close enough to.
Someone's warming up.
The bloke they were just showing there, he's a pretty good footballer, so. Oh, fuck.
Oh. Dragged him back some then.
Yeah, it's Oh, geez, he got thumped.
I'm gonna say I think you're about a second or two ahead of me with it on the stream, Chris.
yeah, I think it's that. It's got to bounce to the other side of the world and then bounce back, I guess. So that's all right. Lissy just go! Oh, you fucking idiots!
Oh, he's done it again.
Why did he boot it?
He's trying to get a break on, I think.
I think he was trying to kick it so they could chase, and I think he was trying a bit of a cheeky move there, but
that's something I'd expect to see in rugby union, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've seen that in rugby union.
Far out. Well, let's see what they can do here. Hopefully they can. At least we're starting to look a bit more energetic. It's just, be as energetic as you want when you're dropping the ball stupidly.
Why didn't he pitch that? He had plenty of room to pitch that.
Because it's the fifth tackle, so they want to be able to get it to the middle so they can put the kick up.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a pointless throw. All right. Well, at least the game's starting to be, sort of speed up a little bit. So I'm just going to turn my light on in here. Actually, it's a bit dark. Which is a bit weird because it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So
yeah, it's just gone 7 in the morning here. So God knows what time it is for Jay.
2:12 in the morning.
I was going to say you're about 5 hours behind me, aren't you? So.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, they're good take. Good take.
Yeah,
I think the UFC's only about a week away, isn't it?
Mm.
I don't know.
I
didn't look to see what the date was.
The English Premier League's supposed to be starting up in the middle of June again. So
when are they going to have it finished by, though? Do they have to have it finished by July or something?
Yeah, I don't know. They had quite a few games left to play. So
yeah.
They have to put them on a blooming quite tight schedule, I'd have thought.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. I guess. Well, there's still cup football to go, isn't there too?
Yeah. It's,
Are you talking about soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, is the have you heard over there? Is the Saudis officially bought Newcastle yet, or?
I haven't heard. No.
I know the deposit's down. I think they're just waiting for the the Football Association to approve it.
Yeah. I could see I can't see why the FA wouldn't approve it, but
yeah, well. It'd be nice, actually. Might get to see Newcastle playing some European football.
Mm. Well, I remember back in the mid-90s. I mean, I was amazed they never won a trophy.
Well, see, the reason I started following Newcastle is because they reminded me of St George, where they're a really good team with a massive support base that used to be really good and should win a lot more than they do, but always let their fans down. So I thought, well, that's the team for me.
Yeah.
I think it's on Fox Sport 1 and B Sky in the UK art. All right, tricky one. Useless.
It's weird, actually. I think the last sport that was still going, actually, in the UK before the lockdown was rugby league.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Super League was still going a week after they abandoned the Premier League games.
Mm. Yeah, well, it's the NRL held on here. Oh shit!
Oh no, he's free, and he? No, not quite. No, he's
tackling.
He's dropped it, and they
got 6 to go.
Oh no, yeah.
Fuck this.
Not going well.
Fuck this.
This isn't going well, is it?
No, it's not particularly. It's typical. They're useless. They're absolutely useless. There's no passion from the coach. Like, if that was me, I'd be screaming and, they all just fall over themselves. Yeah, no, that's that'll be the game. We can't come back from here. I'd love to be wrong, but
they're gonna. Yeah, that is. I thought that might have been a double movement for a second there, but no, it's
because the momentum carried him rather than. Yeah, so what a double movement is where they're tackled, but then they reach out after. But because he was basically the same position, he got carried over like that. It's not a double movement. And this is why that penalty earlier was important for him, because now we've got to score 4 times to catch him.
You've got like 25 minutes to do it. Just ain't a lot of time.
Stranger things have happened. And I have seen us come back from a lot worse situations. But
he's missed that, hasn't he? Okay.
Oh, he missed.
Yeah, he
okay.
Missed.
Okay, so we're still in the game then, really. Actually, they're just saying that the Warriors actually haven't made a mistake the entire game with the ball in their hand. 33 completions from 33, which is unheard of. They're just saying that it's Which I guess if you're completing everything, then they're killing me. Lissy, if you can hear this, I think I need another beer because this is just this is shit. This is shit. Oh dear. Surprised I'm not hearing from my mate who's the Kiwi, the Warrior supporter. Surprised he didn't jump in actually, but anyway.
Yeah, it's.
I think he's seen enough comebacks to know that you never start tormenting until full time.
He'll wait to full time and then jump in.
Yeah,
what is full time?
The end of the game.
Mm.
What the fuck?
Oh no, that's ridiculous.
Oh, seriously.
Dude, look the way they're playing today. I think there's a few Super League sides that could beat them.
Well, I reckon the under 8s could beat them. Oh, he's held up at least, but no, held up. He didn't get it down.
Get it down, did he?
Yeah, you're right. I do need I think I need a bottle of scotch, not a beer. Yeah, I know. This shit.
So you got a team in AFL you support then, Chris?
Yes, the mighty GWS Giants. Okay. So they're a new team that came in.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they came in about 8 years ago, and they it was funny. They had all these concessions in the like for the draft and all that kind of stuff, and what they thought was they'd use those to swap for good quality players and be competitive straight away. But they ended up just recruiting all the best of the young players, and they got flogged like 100 points every game for the first 2 years. But then all of a sudden, you've got all these top quality players coming into their prime. We actually made the grand final last year, so not bad for a club that's sort of 8 years old. But it's a good game to watch AFL. I can tell you now, watching this and watching AFL, you'll enjoy AFL a lot more. I know when American sports stopped and AFL was still running, all the American commentators were going nuts for it. So, Yeah, Art, you're right. Art's just put in the chat, 1 try, just 1. That'd be nice.
Just
Oh,
salvage a little bit of pride back, you know.
the pride's gone. Why did they not kick?
Because they're idiots.
Yeah, Lissy nailed it. Yeah. I think Lissy nailed it because they're idiots.
That's the. Lissy needs to be a pundit on this game. I think for like some network needs to hire her.
Well, I think her analysis was completely correct. Why? Because they're idiots. Yeah. You know what? A bunch of overpaid, egotistical. Yeah. Pisses me off because it's St. George is one of the proudest clubs in rugby league. You know, we've got massive history where we're one of the most famous clubs in the world. But this bunch of blokes that are playing, they just don't give a shit. Like they actually don't deserve to wear the jersey. They seriously don't deserve to put that on. Like, you know, it's growing up, what I would have given to be able to put on that jersey and play there, and they just they're all just. I mean, look, they're all standing there bunched. They're in attack. Why they're not spread out and getting ready to?
Mind you, I don't think
same play.
I don't think they're overpaid to the same extent that Premier League footballers are, but
no, but no, definitely
because that's bloody ridiculous now.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you get a few blokes who are on over $1 million, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the highest paid player in the Premier League is now, but you had a couple who were on like $300,000 a week. It's ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, what a waste! What an absolute waste!
Why don't they try and get the ball wide in those situations or something?
Even kick the fucking because he wanted to go over and score the try on his own and be a hero.
Why did they get the ball back?
The last tackle. So that was the 6th tackle.
Yeah, they used their set. Oh,
so, it was only the first anyway, so it doesn't matter. They just get 1 extra. Like you can see, like this is my beer coaster. Like that's all our premierships there, the years that we won it. Anyway. And 2010 actually, so this is an older one, but and look, have a look. The amount of meters they're making. 50-meter gain. All right, decent take. Yeah, you're right. 11 straight grand final wins. Back 56 to 66, they won 11 competitions in a row.
So 2011, they beat Wigan in the World Club thing, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember that. That was good. And then we proceeded to basically, everyone thought we'd go back to back, and once again, we proceeded to choke and lose. Because that's what we do. Miracle, we won the comp when we did in 2010. I think the commentators are saying they're 38 from 38, so they haven't lost the ball at all in attack. They completed every single set, which is quite literally unheard of. It's even the top teams. There's always to not make a mistake. Yeah, Lissy's saying that Jay looks happy. Looks so happy. I reckon he's happier than me at the moment. Oh dear. Well, Jay, this is what it's like to be a Dragon supporter. Anyway, it's
hey, I'm a Jaguar fan, so I know exactly your pain. For second year Jaguars was in the league, they made it to just the game. Was it the finals, the NFC finals, and lost? Yep. So the second year in, they almost hit the Super Bowl. Oh, and they did good for a couple years, and then they just been shit ever since.
which is rare for an expansion franchise to get that good that quickly. To be honest,
I think because it's Tony Khan owns it, doesn't he? Or the Khan family? Because I think they own Fulham as well.
I think so.
They own a few sports
and All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, AEW. I don't know any of the players anymore. I haven't been able to watch football in years, so. I just keep an eye on the scores and see how they're doing throughout the year. Very seldom do I ever get a chance to actually watch a football game.
No, I'm going to make the decision about if I'm sticking with the Patriots or jumping over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ah, fuck the Bucs. Don't jump on the Brady train.
Well, Brady's the reason I started watching or following the Pats. That's the thing. And then when Gronk's gone as well. So it's sort of like, what do I do?
Find a different team, or stick with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Might start cheering for the Jags. You never know.
There you go.
You know, I tend to follow the Cowboys in American football. So.
Oh. You're better off following the Patriots.
It's like a dirty word, isn't it?
Hey, America's team.
No, I don't care. Cowboys suck.
They have for a while now, actually. But
yeah, since they got caught cheating.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Oh, the whole reason why you see people holding stuff up to their face when they talk in football, you see the coaches and stuff.
Yeah,
because the Cowboys had people watching the coaches and like reading lips and shit. So they knew what their plays were going on.
Well, that probably makes sense that you'd try that, wouldn't it?
There must be a Texas thing because that wasn't the Houston baseball team caught doing something like that.
I think so too. Yeah,
well. So it must be a Texas thing.
Yeah, they were caught cheating. There's some more to it than that, but that's basically why now you see them hold something up in front of their face when they talk.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, this game's done. There is absolutely zero chance we can come back from here. The Dragons don't even look like they care. Just, wandering back. No urgency. No, let's get back quick so we can... They're all hunched over. They've been carrying on that apparently the Dragons have had the best, the toughest pre-season, and they've been really smashed, and they're going to be fitters and ready to go. And nah.
They probably looks like they haven't been doing any training at all during the lockdown.
No, they probably haven't.
Oh, just the way they're sucking in air at the moment.
No, knowing a few of those, it's my local area, and I know a few of them, and I wouldn't be surprised if half of them were just sitting around drinking piss all day.
Raven said when she was watching earlier, she said they look just exhausted all the time. It's like, where's the cardio?
Keep in mind though, it's a constant sort of. It's not like America where it's the short stint with a defensive and an offensive team. These blokes are on there for 80 minutes.
Well, yeah, but this was like really early in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, the Dragons suck.
I mean, now, they've been playing for freaking ever. Yeah, you expect them to be freaking exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, because you obviously think like an American football game, the actual playing time is only an hour, isn't it? Even though the games go on for like 2.5 hours. But
three and a half hours.
It's an hour where you've got an offensive team and a defensive team.
Yeah. So this
sort of you really half an hour, but with a lot of breaks in between. It's the short bursts.
Yeah, the biggest problem with American football is the clock stops way too much.
Whereas in this game, it's pretty much it's unless there's a genuine need for a stoppage, it'll keep going. So
it's normally like a really bad injury or something that it'll get stopped for any length of time. You know, if they have to stretch someone off or something, you know.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, dropped it again. Dropped it again. Fucking idiots.
I didn't hear Lizzie yelling.
No, I think she's about. I think she's paused it, so she's kind of just that little bit behind us now. So
I'm going to step outside and smoke, Chris. All right.
Oh fuck! I think I'm going to take smoking up again after this. They kill me. Oh, it looks like it's a nice day in the UK at least. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sunny out there, and I guess it's getting close to. Well, I guess you're all getting close to summer there, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, like a couple days ago, freaking hot as shit.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I got to work at 8:45 at night, and it was 88 degrees.
Which is around about, I think, 36 or 37.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So it was freaking hot. And then I go into the shop that doesn't have, it's not climate controlled or anything. All you got is these really big fans. So you tack on another 10 to 15 degrees. It was just freaking miserable in there.
Yeah, I reckon those big fans do more harm than good sometimes.
No, not if you're close to them. If you're close to them, then things are wonderful.
Okay. Oh, hang on. You're talking about the ground ones or the ones on the roof?
No, the like just a big fan, pole with a big fan on it.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, the ones on the roof, we've got a couple they're intake fans.
Yeah.
And half the time they don't do shit. Other times, like it's so weird because there's like 6 of them in the plant, and the only one that actually seems to really work is the one over the saws where we cut the metal. Oh, and those can actually be really cold.
Yeah.
Well, now what did you do that for?
He was just trying to kick it into the goal area to try and score the try, but he just kind of overkicked it a bit or a lot.
Yeah, it was like a lot.
Yeah. So hang on, we'll have a look at it. I've kind of my interest in the games. Yeah, sorry.
I am impressed. There's an awful lot of stuff going on with no pads.
Oh yeah. It's they smack each other. That was actually out off the New Zealand guy, so he's kicked it out to basically stop our bloke from picking it up. It looked like it came off us, but yeah.
Right.
You haven't missed much.
This crowd look happy.
Oh yeah. The only time you'll see a Dragons fan smile is when they're a cardboard cutout and they don't know what's going to happen. Oh, what's happened there?
Yeah.
Oh,
he doesn't know where he is.
It looks like he got his bell rung.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking so. I think that's he'll go off for a head injury assessment here. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He's just turned around straight away. He's going quick.
He went in hard
to the friggin' head, and look, they got the dragon guy's like, hey.
Yeah.
He's like, where am I?
He needs to go off.
Yeah. Well, at least the clock stops. Okay. Yeah, what they're saying is you can pay $22 and get a cardboard cutout of you put in the stands.
Huh.
So I think I might have to do that. Just with my disappointed face on the bit of the. That way it'll be realistic. It'll be like I'm actually there.
I think we should. I think we should. I think you should get a cardboard cutout of a very drunk Jen in there. Put in the stand.
She was on fire last night.
You didn't see her on Dave's stream. Did you used to watch any of Dave's stream?
I saw bits and pieces of it, and it looked like she just got messier and messier. Because she was saying to Dave, "Oh, I won't get in if you want," and Dave's like, "No, drink more, come in."
The thing is, as well, that whilst watching Six Pack yesterday, I drunk a few as well, so I was pretty Jed was.
Oh, she was well and truly on fire. She was having a good old time of it. I said to her this morning, I said, "How's the head?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, a little bit sore." Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. How will the Dragons stuff this one up? Let's see.
Why would you toss it back so far? What the hell?
Because it gives them more room to run.
Yeah, but the whole team was back too far. I understand one or two people, but yeah, the whole bloody team back too far.
Yeah, no, that's normal. Yep, and that's how they stuff that one. Sorry, hang on 1 second.
So that's the set of 6 gone, is it?
Yeah.
They don't tend to be putting much kicks in, and right even throughout this game at all, they like maybe.
Apparently, my 5-year-old's just worked out how to stream from his computer to the TV. So I seriously don't know how kids work it out. Yeah, so the Dragons are shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really shit.
What the hell happened there?
They moved off the mark when they played it, so they get them to go back to where they were tackled. So sometimes they're cheeky and try and walk a few steps up. So,
yeah.
But strange looking because I can hear they've got the crowd sounds in there, but you're looking at this empty stadium. It's different. You're right. We don't look like scoring. We don't look like. Seriously, I think they we'll get the Thurul Butchers to play next week. At least they might have a crack.
So Jay, would you? Like I said, this hasn't been a great game, but was this be something you'd ever try watching again, or was this put you off altogether?
I don't know. So far, I'm liking the other rugby better.
I'll tell you what I'll do is next week, at an appropriate time that works for you, we'll get a game that's a decent game, so it won't be the Dragons playing, but I'll find two decent quality teams that'll watch that, and that'll give you a better opinion of what the game actually is, rather than this pile of shit.
Who are sort of top sides in the NRL at the moment? So I haven't really been following it.
Roosters have won 2 comps in a row. So Canberra and Melbourne, who are playing, so they're the two teams that, Canberra lost the last grand final, the Roosters. Melbourne lost the one before, but Melbourne's always sort of right up there. Souths, they go okay. South Sydney, they're probably the 4 best team. Parramatta this year actually is looking pretty good. Yeah, just sort of threw that in. Parramatta, they're probably the teams to watch.
Trouble is, any time I've mentioned NRL before to you, I seem to have put my foot in it, because first time I met to talk to you, I mentioned the Brisbane Broncos. You're like, Rob,
fucking Broncos.
And yesterday, I put in the comments on I watched an NRL game before. I think I said it was Manly and Cronulla, and I didn't know there was such a big thing with Dragons and Cronulla. So,
well, where the Dragons? So you've got, if you look on the map, you've got the St George areas there, the Cronulla is there, and then you've got the Illawarra underneath. So it's like Cronulla's sort of smack bang in the middle. But I actually grew up in the Shire, which is where Cronulla's from. So
I was trying to follow what they were doing there. What the hell happened? They challenged something.
I actually didn't see that. I missed that one. So,
Oh look, they actually failed to complete one.
oh wow. Well, here we go. All the Dragons on the
No,
ball.
it wasn't that he didn't fail to complete it. He got tackled by two of the other guys, and then they got up, and there was something. Like I said, I can't hear it because of the echo.
Might have been a well. They packed a scrum, so it was probably they lost the ball, or probably dropped the ball in the tackle somewhere.
Mm.
So that's why we got the scrum. But so I grew
what they
up
were
in
probably
the Shire,
challenging was whether or not he dropped the ball. Then,
yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Oh, let's just see if we can get one back here. Come on.
It'd be nice. There we go. Right. Yeah, easy.
Go on. Oh
what
no!
the hell?
Seriously.
How did that happen?
What the hell happened? He had the ball. He was a dead run.
He just basically had to fall over the line.
All right, he's got the ball.
Yep.
Runner.
So he's
okay, yeah.
Okay, got it ripped out.
So he didn't drop it; he got knocked out.
Yeah, but he should have had better control of the ball when you're that close to the line.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate footy.
See this one. As I said, after one thing I've learned after 30 years of supporting Southampton Football Club, it's how to be gracious in defeat.
Yeah, well, I've learned a bit of that myself, unfortunately. The Warriors they'll score again here. You watch that; they will score again here. The difference is the Warriors made a decision as a team to basically leave their families behind a few weeks ago, come over to Australia, and they've just been training with each other. They've just been, they actually want to play, whereas, the bunch of idiots I cheer for, they clearly couldn't care. No, there we go. Just let him run through. Straight through. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. Oh, yeah.
Kick through. No, not this time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy.
There was some lovely dancing.
Playing a little ring around the rosy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, it's this is probably the and not because my team's losing and playing like shit, but this has not been a good game. This is probably the worst game I could have that we would have to introduce you to the greatest game of all.
Yeah, this is. I will second that, Jake. So I've watched Rugby League on and off for quite a few years. This has not been a classic at all.
Far out. Twitter's annoying.
Yeah, it stopped though. Finally,
I've muted a couple of threads, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just getting the DMs now. So
I haven't got any DM. Well, I got the one DM, but that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he's across the line, but the ball's not down, so it doesn't count.
No.
Yep. So they go back 10 meters, and that's a tackle. They take it back 10 meters and basically play it from there.
Oh, I dropped it.
Yeah, no urgency from anyone. Dragons don't care about scoring a try. I hate them. I really do. Lucy said, no, I don't, but yes, I do. I hate them.
Now, see, in the other one, was it Rugby League?
Mm-hmm.
When they do the scrum, doesn't the ref toss the ball in?
No.
In rugby union, so what it is they get in, they actually push, but it has to be fed into the middle. Whereas in this one, it's technically got to be fed in the middle, but you've got one bloke who's got his legs so far forward that they can or leg so far back that they can basically throw it to the second row.
They're not really it's not really contested in rugby league, are they? Scrums. So.
There might be one that goes against the feed every year or two, but that's it. And when it does, it's just like a complete what the fuck?
On earth they do then? Is that it? Oh no, it's still.
May as well. 15 seconds won't come quick enough. Yep. Yeah, Dragons suck.
Sirens about
That's
to go.
The game. Well, there we go. There's your first rugby league game. That's probably the worst game of footy I've seen in years. It was just
meeting.
Yeah, that was woeful. So, Anyway, so there we go. That was rugby league. Actually, no. That wasn't rugby league. That was something. I don't know what that was. Actually, that was 13 blokes who stood around with their hands on their hips, not really seeming to give a shit. So I'm in for another one of those seasons. I've actually got season tickets for the Dragons this year, so I'm glad that all the games have been cancelled and I don't have to pay for that kind of woeful fucking performance. So that's something. Anyway, I'll end the stream there, boys, and I'll probably see. I'll see you tonight, Jeff, for the roast.
All right,
Mr. Ham.
Yep. We'll say hello to Mr. Ham. All right, I'll catch you after. Have fun.
Bye.
Well, I say that I'm actually just ending the